Now, the first thing is the market sections, which I started talking about yesterday. Okay, I shared that with you yesterday, and I want to go detail in it now. Now, the market sections is what, like I said yesterday, how are you going to go and buy something in the store or shop when you don't know what time they're opening? What is the guarantee you're going to buy or sell anything in the market when you don't know what time they are opening? You need to understand that there is an opening time, there's a closing time in the market. And that's what we're looking at today, the opening time and the closing time in the market, and what we should do in that market when is it busy? What kind of trade are you going to carry out in that market? When is it going to be busy? When is it going to be less busy? Are you buying or selling? So this is what I want you to pay attention to. Now, there are 3 sections in the market that are major. Every other ones are just minor. These are the 3 major sections of the market. And which is, we're looking at market sections now. All right. Number 1, we have the Asia section. Number 2, we have the London section. Number 3, we have the New York section. These are the 3 main sections of the market. New York section. All right. Now, I want you to pay attention to all of this. We're going to break it down. These are the sections, market sections. Okay. Just a minute. A lot of people are still trying to get into the, I'm trying to find out. This is Tony, this is Grace, this is Dara. Okay, they are all good to go. All right, now this is market sections. These are the sections. Write this down, very important. Now, what you want to look at for is, when does the market open? When does the market open? Are you guys paying attention? Am I too fast? Comment on the section, please. Okay, good. Let's go then. Now, there are 2 things you need to put into prospect, into your thinking, because you have to look at you. Remember, trading is people. People come together to trade, right? So it's not just like I'm just here to trade. So I'm looking at the candles. No, it's not about the candles. It's about people. The candles represent people. So there are people waking up in different places, people sleeping in different places, people doing certain activities in different places. So around the world, that's what I mean, around the world, different countries. So the time zones are different. So you have to choose a section that will be suitable for your zone, for your timing. That means where you live. What is your time zone in where you live? That's how you're going to get it done. It is very important to understand that the market section will not just align by what you feel like it. No, you have to just know that if you are in London, somebody posted, let me see if I can share that with you. Somebody posted a very good representation on my, I'm going to try and share the image with you guys. On my, just give me a sec. I'm trying to send you the picture. Okay. All right. I will share the picture in a moment, and I will send it to the group. I think that would be better. I will send it to the group so that you can get it. I'm going to send it to the TCB June group, where the VIP group, so you can get the picture, a representation of what to expect in each section. I just sent it. Now, I'm going to ask you to look at it. Let me see if I can open it on the window so I can see it. If I can open it on the window, that would be great. Choose another app, more app. Okay, this is all right. That's fine. You already seen it in the group. That will be fine. But let me see if I can share it quickly. If that will help me do that quickly, because I'm finding the technicalities to do it. I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for this particular one. It just came to me. So that's why I'm struggling to find it out. If I planned for it, I would have put it out quickly. Okay. Can you guys see this? If you can see it, comment in the section. Oh, great. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Now look at this. Look at this. We're going to explain this later on. I want to pay attention to the sections. This is Asia section. All right. This is London section. Now, if you live in Africa, you are supposed to focus on London section. If you live in Asia region, you are supposed to focus on Asia section, because that's where your market is busy. If you live in New York, you're supposed to focus on both New York section mainly, and then part of London section, depending on what, like this zone, this arena. Did you see this zone? Let me annotate. This zone as part of UK, Canada, right? All of this zone. I mean, New York, all of this zone, right? If you live in this zone in the map, all right, you can trade the London section. Coupled with this, you can trade the London section easily without stress. That's what they're trying to tell you. And look at the currency pairs that we were talking about yesterday. We're going to look at all of this. All right. Look at the GDP, GBP, EU, share. These are the major ones. And then look at this one in Asia section. JPY, AUD, New Zealand. Look at this one in the New York section. USD card, gold. Now, this is how you're going to look at it in trading. So what you're supposed to do is to pair this one with this, or pair this one with this, or pair this one with that. So it depends on what you choose. Why? Because when you are awake in London section, these ones are sleeping. The market is not active. The movement of these currencies are low. They are weak. Okay, let me go back to the chart so that you understand. I'll come to this place. I just wanted to show you this. Okay, I hope you got it. Let's go back to my chart so that I can show you what we're talking about. Now, market sections, what you should expect, and the opening hours and time is what I want you to focus on. Now, let's look at the Asia session specifically. All right, we're going to look at the Asia session. Man, these guys need to come in once. All right, come in once. Asia section. Now, while we're dealing with the Asia section, pay attention to this. This is going to be time consuming a bit, but don't worry. You want to look at when should I get into the market. It's not when you wake up. It is not when does the market open. That's not the issue. The issue is when should I get into the market and trade and make money and get out. So you're looking at volume. It's Asia section. You're looking at when there is volume in the market. When there is volume in the market, that means volatility. When people are busy trading, buying or selling, that's when you want to be in the market. And this is very important. So, like I said yesterday, you want to look at from 23 hour, which obviously is 11 p.m. All right, 11 p.m. GMT, I'm looking at, this is London time. All right. GMT +1. That's what we're looking at. Then that's when the market volume is coming into this Asia session. To 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. in the morning. Can you see that? That's it. It's on the screen now. So 2 a.m. in the morning. You want to be able to GMT +1. You want to be able to focus on this particular period in Asia session. If you live in that district, in that area, in that zone, all right, you want to focus on that. And the currency pairs that you need in that particular zone and area to trade on are these: AUSD, all right, JPY. You're looking at all of these, New Zealand. And then sometimes we have gold moving in that period as well. We may have gold moving in that period as well. So you want to pay attention to these in Asia session. You see what the time is? Very short, limited time, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. And within this time frame, you should have caught a trade. You should have caught a trade. Now, what is this type of trading section for? Who is this type of trading section for? It's very simple. It's for those that are busy working. You don't have time in the day, but you can squeeze out some hours in the night and then trade, and after 2 a.m. you go to bed and sleep. If you can do this, stick with this, you will not be complaining about not able to trade in Forex. And that's why I'm breaking it down for you to understand. So I hope you got this. This one is so important. I'm putting it here. Write it down. Now let's go to the London section, which is the busiest section I can ever think of, because London section is the busiest section. So we are in London section right now. Okay. Now, London section. What are you looking at for? Volume. Remember, volume. Volume. You're looking for volume. When can I get into the market and trade and make money quickly and out? Like right now, the volume, you saw, I'll show you now what has happened in the chart, how volume just came into the chart right now. Now, let's look at this. I'm looking at volume. When? 6 a.m. 6 a.m. That's why I always tell my students, wake up early. Wake up early, 6 a.m. in the morning. You wake up. Then the volume start kicking in from 6 a.m. to around 9:30 a.m. This is GMT +1. Or whenever it's again changes -1, but this is it. You want to wake up this morning and then sit down on your chart and prepare for trade, so that by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you have caught your trade, make your money, get out of the market. If you pay attention to this, for instance, what I just happened this morning, look at the move. You see this push to the upside. This is GDP USD. This is exactly the section we are in right now. From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. GMT +1. Look at the move. This whole candle is the section I'm talking about. Did you see how bullish it is? This is called bullish candle. Buy. Buy means bullish. To buy means the bear, the bulls are buying. The sell, this is the red candle, means to sell, which is the bearish candle, sellers. When we say bullish, it means buying candle. The buyers are buying the market. They are buying this currency right now. So GBP is strong right now. That's what I'm saying. USD is weak right now. That's why you see this push up. Now, if you measure this candle, I'll show you how to do all of that. If I measure this candle right now to the upside, the move, that's almost 64 pips. let's say 65 pips already. This is 65 pips move already this morning within this section. That's massive. You see that? That volume. If you were to get into this trade, you knew how to. With your strategy, you would have made your money already and say, I'm done for the day. I hope that makes sense, guys. Listen, I want to get a response from you if you're catching it. If I'm too fast, tell me. If I'm too, listen, I need to get everyone along. You're here now. This is it. So talk to me. Are you guys following? Is it getting in? Talk to me. Talk to me. Good. Are you getting it? All right. Awesome. 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 Good. I need that response. Look at the push. It's still pushing up. Volume. Volume. It's still pushing up. No guesswork in this trading, guys. No guesswork. If you know what you're doing strategically, you will be in and out in money. Trust me. And it's going to break this high. It's pushing all the way up to break this high. It's coming to break this high structure. This is when you're going to see price action happen. And I'll show you all of this later. Don't worry. I'm enjoying it because I'm already seeing analysis. I'm seeing a trade. I said, wow, what's going on here? Now, look at that. That is it. This is a massive trade opportunity going on here. Price can hit there, and then once price gets there, it's going to give us price action. That means it's going to start rejecting or acting up and then start giving us a bearish candle, whatever it is. But let's stay away from there for now. All right. I just wanted to show you an example of what London session looked like. And look at how massively it's pushing up. Massively it's pushing up. Massively it's pushing up. Okay, London section. Don't forget, write this down, put it in your diary and say, this is my, in fact, put it on your wall. If you have a trading room, write it and put it there and say, this is it. This is my trading hour. By 9:30, if I don't see entry, I will close my laptop. I'm done for the day. I will not even force trade. Very important. I'm emphasizing it now because I trade London session, so I know what I'm talking about, so you can get it. So now let's add more sections because there's more. There's more volatility in London session. It's a very busy section. There's more to it. So now after that section, let's assume you missed that opportunity. Let's assume you missed that opportunity. You couldn't trade within that time frame. Another section you want to look at for is the closing section of London section. Now, that closing section of London section is the closing section of London section. I'm saying that so that you can get it. This closing section is 3 p.m. London time to 4:30 maximum PM GMT +1. This is the closing section. At this time, you will find volume matching in again. You find volume matching in again. Now, this is London section. I'm not talking about New York section that intercepts with London section. I'm just talking about if you decide to trade London section alone, without thinking of intersection of the New York, this is what you're going to keep in your mind. This time, sections of volatility, where there is volume in the market. Where there's volume in the market. Now, why am I not why am I not concerned about trading this particular move this morning? It's because there is always opportunity every day. What you need is not to trade right now. What you need is to understand how it works. That's why we're talking about the forex market and you. This is understanding the forex market so that you know how to position yourself. Very important. Very, very important. Okay, now, having gotten that, the next thing you want to look at is I'm done for London section. Let's assume I didn't want to trade in London section. Then you should think about the New York section. All right. And now, before I continue, what are the currency pairs? What are the currency pairs you should trade in London section? All right. What are the currency pairs? Let's look at the currency pairs you should look at for in London section. The currency pairs you should look at for is GBP, definitely. And then you should look at for EU, any currency of these, then CHF, all right, and then gold. Gold moves also in this section. These are the currencies you're looking at. Now, I want to pay it. You see this? Are you seeing this now? This is London section. This is Asia section. These are the currencies that move, that are volatile in that section. These are the currencies that are volatile in this section. Now, let's take the New York section. Now, the New York section, again, we are looking at volume. Remember, we're looking at volume. We're looking at volume. When should I get into the market and trade? It's not when it opens and closes. No, you see, we're looking at volume. When should I get in and make money and get out? It's not about when does the market open. Now, when is where the market is opening, I know, but when do I get myself in, trade and get out? Make money and get out when there is volatility. So this is what we're looking at. New York section, want to start looking at trade from 11 a.m. UK time. That's when you have the first section of volume comes in to 12:30 noon p.m. right? UK time. I'm talking about GMT +1. Okay, that's the first section. At this moment, the USD start getting stronger. Then you find out that probably even when there is fundamental news or anything that is affecting any of the currency, if you're trading GDP USD, you discover that GBP at that time is reducing its strength, is getting weaker, and then USD start getting stronger because the market is opening. All right, as far as the market is opening, and then volume is coming in, you want to pay attention to this section. And then another aspect of volume, we're going to look at it on the chart in a moment, you'll see it. Then another aspect of volume that we want to focus on is 1 p.m. in the afternoon. 1 p.m. in the afternoon, because right now you just have 30 minutes difference. But 1 p.m. volume comes in again. Why? Because 1 p.m. within that section is where a lot of people, again, after taking break from work, they want to get into the business and trade and start looking at their chart. You get busy. So 1 p.m. to 2:30 again. You see that small space in the market, that small space in the market. That's what they do. You want to pay attention to that move coming in with that small space in the market. Very important. Very, very important. Those times are very important in the market. Now, this is where you find volume. This is where you find volume in New York section. This is where you find volume in New York section. And then, most of the time, you might have it spiral into 3 p.m. But nevertheless, what you need to focus on is these two timing. These two is what you need, this run. Now, you need to focus on this time if you're trading New York section to make some money. Trust me. By the time it's 2:30, you are still in the market. What are you doing? You've lost the opportunity. There's no more trade. Everything is consolidation up to market close. Okay. Now, what are the currency pair you want to look at in this New York section? USD. Okay. Currency pairs. USD. CAD, Canadian dollars. Gold. Gold is the chief there. Then GBP comes in later. Then you have the EU comes in, and then you have the check. Now, looking at this particular currency pair, all right? Pay attention to this. Looking at this particular currency pair, what you should be expecting is this. You want trade, all right? You want to trade currencies that matches. Now, follow me. I want to give you a secret here. Let me explain it in the way you get it. Okay. These are strong in this section. They are strong currency pairs. They are strong currency pairs in their section. But in London section, this one is strong if you are in London section. And this one is weak because this is not its section. So you can see that this currency pair, they did not come out. None of them is appearing here. So it's easy for me to always pair my currency with the one here to get a very decent trade within the day. You get it now? And how do you do that? It's very simple. I'll show you in a moment. So I can pair all this or pair this with any of them here. Any of them. So what that means is this. What that means is this. It means if I'm going to trade, I'm going to look at in London section, I'm going to look at this currency pair. Number one, I'm trading GBP. So which one should I pair it with? I need a strong currency pair and a weak one to be able to trade smoothly. I don't need two strong currency pair. I will find it difficult to trade. So I would choose this. I said, okay, I'm going to trade this currency pair in London section. Why? Because AUD is weak in London section. GBP is strong in London section. If I'm trading, if I go and pick USD, USD AUD, come on, what's that? I will struggle. I'm trying to trade this currency pair in London section. Can you imagine that? It doesn't make sense. Look at it. Look at the chart. You will discover that it doesn't make sense. And that's what a lot of people do. They will go and pick a currency pair. They don't understand the section when that volume is coming in. And they wonder why they are losing money. Why should I be choosing a USD and AUD in London section? It doesn't work out well. I should not be looking at that pair. All right. So what you want to choose is a strong currency pair in your section and then pair it up with the weak one. Write this down. What I just said now, write it down. You want to look for a strong currency pair in your section, which I've already listed out now. Then you want to pair it up with the section that is not open in your own section. That means that currency that is not open in your section is weak. So you need to pair a strong currency with a weak currency to trade in your section. I hope you got it now. So what I would do is to choose maybe EU arrow, AUD. I'll trade that. Why? Because AU is strong in London section and AUD is weak in London section. So I'll look at the chart to be able to position myself to trade that. Are you following now? The same thing you would do with other currency pairs. Now, my training, my teaching and mentorship does not make you trade only GBP USD. I always tell this. I train you and teach you to trade the forex market, the currency pairs. Whatever strategy, whatever education you're going to get throughout this period, you're going to use it on any currency pairs and you will see results. If you follow the principle, you follow the guides. So that's what I'm teaching you now, how to pick a currency pair to trade in the market sections. Now, I think we're done with market section. I don't want to spend the whole day on it, except you are in the mentorship training. All right. This is all about market sections. Now, let me do one more thing. On the chart, if you come to the chart, now you want to pick a section on the chart. You want to pick a currency pair. You see where we have symbols. If you look at your own trading view, you see this side of the screen where you have symbols. If the one that you're looking for is not there, you click on this plus sign, which says add symbols, right? This one, this sign here. I want to use that one. That was not the one I wanted to use. Okay, you click on it and it will bring you to this place. Now, all symbols are here, including indices and all of that. Look at them. We have stocks, we have futures, we have forex, we have cryptos, we have indices, we have bonds, we have economics. So whatever you want. But what I would do, I suggest you do, is right here, is to type in the forex, currency on Forex. You come to Forex. Under Forex now, this is where you are. You want to pick the currency pair you are merging. So you've already written it out. You say, I'm gonna merge or pair this currency with this currency. So let's assume we are pairing GBP with AUD. So I will come here, I will look for GBP, sorry, and I will type AUD. Straight up, it comes out. This is it. Or I can type GBP and I will type JPY. It comes up straight up. This is it. This is the currency pair. Now, there are different sources, which is different platform that present this currency pair. You can choose any of them. Most of the time, a lot of people use FSCM. Other people use Oanda. It's fine. If you use Pepperstone, it's also fine. So I recommend you use Pepperstone, FSCM, or even an Oanda, whichever one. But I have Pepperstone and FSCM. That's what I use. So you can see is the currency pairs are there. So you just need to look at which one you're pairing. If you want to pair with Canada, CAD is there. You pair it with Canada, sorry. Canada, British pounds to Canada. Why? Because when London section is active, the New York section at that moment, in most cases, except if there is fundamental news, in most cases, is weak. So you want to look at that. But it is wrong for you to trade GDP, EU, which obviously, it's wrong to do this. It's wrong to trade GBP, EU Euro, which is Euro currency. Why? Because both of them are strong. Both of them are strong. So what you want to do is to trade. That's why you see a lot of people trade UAD, that means, sorry, Europe and USD, okay? EU USD, they trade this, which is fine. And you can still do AUD, it's fine. Because AUD is what? Is Asia session. So you can trade it. You can even go for JPY. It's fine. EU, but you have to know how to measure this. You have to know how to pay it. Knowing that one is weak, you are choosing a weak trade, a weaker one and a strong one. It is wrong. It is absolutely wrong to trade this. Sorry, to take AUD and JPY and trade it. It's wrong. Why? Because both of them are strong currency pair in the section. You will lose money doing this. I think I've done well to explain this currency. So we've done amazingly job on market section. I believe everyone understands that now. So if you do understand, say that you